Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Just gonna do a lot of showcases for a lot of characters. There's so many difficult contents event around right now. I think Omega is still kind of a bit of a relevant-ish fight. Even though it's kind of like from the last meta. I do think Omega and Fusion Zamasu, there are potentially still some things we could see in this fight. How characters kind of work against Omega and stuff like that. Remember that Omega and Zamasu, they still do have AoEs. There's kind of, I mean, only like the Gogeta Blue fight, the Supreme Battle Spectacle one. I mean, his AoEs are an issue. This is a pretty bad opening rotation, actually. We could get smoked potentially very bad. I'm bringing STRUI Goku here, but I mean, he is very bad in this opening phase, like very scarily bad. Gammas don't have defense right away either, but they are type advantage on Omega, so that will allow me to kind of get away with them in slot 1. That's something that could be weak. Like, the Gammas are actually, like, how they're very good. For sure a top 10 unit in the game. But, like, I would not run them against Fusion Zamasu, for example. I mean, we could easily do it, right? Like, a lot of times I'll say stuff like this, and people, like, if you load into Fusion Zamasu and you have Gammas right there, and like Beast Gohan is not around to absorb a lot of the damage and stuff like that, like the Gammas will get hit hard. Like, there's no reason to run them in the Fusion Zamasu fight. Most characters have fights where they are weakened. STRUI Goku, I think this is not a good fight for him, because like if Omega, wow, okay, right on cue. If Omega does that, we lose. Oh, he lived. He lived that. Oh, okay. I mean, that's gotta... I mean, the Gammas... I guess Goku has all links up, pretty much, and then the Gammas support? Huh. I thought we were dead. Okay. Oh, he dodged the last hit? Okay. I don't think that'll hurt us. I think that's probably actually only good for us. Do I want to do this standby here is the question. The other Gammas are going to be on rotation with Gamma 1. So I think taking advantage of this right here is a good idea. So this is a massive strength with the Gammas. I mean, this worked out in a way that we could show this right here. The Gammas can do their standby turn 2 with an HP restriction, which is good. I love both Beast and the Gammas have amazing conditions.
1号はあいつを引きつけて時間を稼いでくれ。2号、お前まさか。
We are still very likely to die here. Obviously, STR Omega, I mean, he's not competing in terms of like damage and stuff like that with some of the more recent bosses, but no, we want the physical orbs, yeah. But he can still do damage, right? Is this a stun or a seal? It's a seal. Okay. If it was a stun, that would have allowed the Gammas to get a hit. Although I guess that doesn't really matter, because once you go into their standby, they have their damage reduction up anyway. Oh, Gamma 1's intro is now on. Okay. I play intros typically if the showcase character has an intro, which the Gammas do not. So, like, I jump in with it off. Oh, okay. This is lucky. This is good. Gamma 1 would die to a super attack, unfortunately. But the AoEs are not till the end, which is good. Does Gamma 1 die from a super? I think so. I think Gamma 1 dies to a super still. Maybe if he gets hit first. Oh, okay. This is like 400 or something, right? Oh, come on. Okay, yeah. I mean, all right. That's why I do. That did happen, bro. No matter what, these Gamma runs are cursed. Like, it's tough to look at how that run goes and go like, oh damn, like, you know, there was one attack in the middle and it was the super on UI, right? Like here we go. Like at a certain point, I mean, you know, bad luck does exist. It just keeps happening in these Gamma videos. Oh my god. This is why I do think it's good. Like, it's good that I've just come into the habit of just like recording like every run and showing every run, because it's like the game. So much of the game is just RNG, right? Like think about how the first run goes. If Omega supers in slot 1 or slot 3 in the first turn, like we probably win that run effortlessly. Then we get to the first turn of STR Omega. If he just doesn't super in slot 1, we probably win effortlessly, right? Like there's these very, very small moments that will just add up, right? And those are also what can display kind of like the weaknesses of the characters, right? That's why I do think it's good to kind of like see all these situations, because we could fall into like a mindset of nothing matters, right? Like it's like, all right, like we'll just throw out every bad run and then we got the one good run. There we go, like perfect, right? Like I tend to look more. I mean, certainly I'm looking more from a negative perspective at like, you know, character strengths and boss fights and stuff like that, whereas most of the community, I think they're looking more so like potential, like what can a character potentially do is more so what people care about than like what they do actually do, right? I think like a lot of the characters that I've disagreed with people over years, right, would probably fall down to that concept usually. With, I think, Broly being a big case of that right now, right? Okay, this doesn't matter, right? Like, this is Gogeta. He's crazy. All right, so we got Gogeta turn 1. That's awesome, because that means we'll have, you know, Dancing and Prancing Gogeta's up very early. I think I'll just mess around and keep the Gammas together, right? Let's do that. Let's just keep the Gammas together. For some reason, not to. You know what I should have did, though, is I should have put my Gammas in slot 2. Because if they get sealed, it doesn't matter. I mean, we can just do the standby with the friend one, though. It's not a big deal. They got stunned. Okay. Yeah, I guess I should have put mine. Because the only reason I care is because the friend one is probably not level 10 links. The Gammas are a character that does, like, care about their links, too. That super attack, that dodge by Omega doesn't matter, also. Like previously a boss dodging would keep you, like you wouldn't get credit for doing the attack, but they fixed that, right? Like back at the start of 2022, like if Ginyu like attacked a dodging boss, it wouldn't count for his transformation. If Goku and Gohan attacked a dodging boss, it wouldn't count for their transformation, right? Like it worked like that at the start of 22, but they fixed that. I feel like maybe I'm crazy. I don't feel like this is going for. I don't know. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. The good news, we'll get Gamma 1 built up right away. I guess Gamma 1 isn't really serving much of a purpose if I'm going to have the two LR Gammas just sit next to each other. Good thing is we'll have them right away, so we could put... Bro, because he stunned my Gammas... Like, they could get cooked by the AoE right here. Bro, oh my god. Alright, like, yeah, my Gammas could get smoked right here, kids. Yeah, and it looks like it's very well may happen. Unbelievable. I don't know. Again, it's, you know, do people really blame me so much for looking at things from a negative perspective when it always happens that way? Like, I don't know. So they have 50% damage reduction right away. We don't really have... we don't have orbs available either. Okay, sure. I'll prioritize the Gammas that haven't been built up yet. Let's prioritize them getting the additionals. I mean, that makes sense. We could die here. This could be death, actually, unbelievably. Let's see what happens. Okay. We should eat this well. I mean, they have 50% damage reduction. That's well enough. They ate that well enough. We do need Gogeta to hit his dodges, though, or else we could die. The Gamma's getting stunned the way they did. That was just... Like, again, there's, you know, like, small, little moments that just, like, factor in. This is gonna hurt. Oh, wow. Wait, really? I mean, Oh! Oh. You know what I didn't account for? Oh, shit. Yeah, Gamma 1 is too crazy, man. Okay, okay. It helps that we have all the Gamma links up. Remember, the Gamma links are very strong. Like, these, the defense they get is a lot. We do have their support, but then there was another thing that Gamma 1 did in slot 1 that made that work really well. That was good. That is impressive. Post Super Omega Normals. Again, they didn't have damage reduction or nothing. That was just defense. Gamma 1 in slot 1, he gives, what is it, Superclass allies 50% defense for 1 turn is what he does. That was huge. Wow. Okay. The defense he gives from that is actually so massive. Once we do the core breaker, he does it for 2 turns. But, even while Gamma 2 is charging the core breaker, we are still, oh, okay. I'm okay with this. Yeah, right here. Right here. That 50% defense at the end right there. Oh, my God. It's just so strong. That shit is so good. Like, I mean, you could get to the end of some of these big fights, man. Supreme Battle Spectacle, Beast, and Gogeta and stuff like that. And, I mean, it's another, phase afterwards where he's alone. And that starts to be 2 turns. This guy can save a lot of asses with that 2-turn defensive buff. Very strong. We love that. We could throw this. This isn't going to protect him from the AoE, but that doesn't, I mean, we're going to be fine. Man, I'm really impressed that the Gammas with no defensive mechanics are able to do that. I mean, yeah, we are not in the Omega, if shocking speed, right? Yeah, we're not in the Omega meta anymore, where he was, him and the Zamasu were running shit for sure. We have characters who could do way more, but still, it was impressive. Oh, actually, I do not want to kill Omega. Omega is tanky. Yeah, but I mean, he's not going to be tanky against Beast plus Blue Kaioken and Evolution Blue Vegeta, huh? I gave them way too many orbs. Damn it. Omega's probably dead. Yeah, you're dead, aren't you? He's dead. Shit, dude. Okay. Man. Okay. I'll come back in. I do like to... he's still fairly tanky. Okay. Maybe we won't kill him. Because I'm not comfortable putting up the video where the Gammas had 0 turns against an Omega. Like, can't do that. So I'd hop back in. Don't... Okay, good. Only a normal? I don't know. Like, if they give us a bunch of normal attacks, they could not kill him. Remember, they hit... I guess we don't have any of their Saiyan links up. No Super Saiyan, none of that stuff, so, okay. And then we could have the Gammas just go ahead and end this next turn. Yeah, look how... Okay, perfect, yeah. They have none of their Saiyan links up, so their damage is, like, heavily nerfed. Perfect. Yep, normal. There you go, fellas. Guys, they're saving up the supers for one of these challenge runs later on. Dude, I love you guys. I love them. I love them. God, they're so smart. They said, check this out. We're saving all the supers for a future video. They're playing chess. They're playing chess, not checkers. Omega's playing checkers. They're playing chess. That's a nice crit right there. Yeah, you get that crit on that core breaker. Whew, it does a lot. It does a lot. All right, let's go ahead and hit this right here. Bam. So now they just have the 50% damage reduction up. UI is going to need to do some dodging here for sure. Do we have 50 AoEs right away? We sure do. Okay. UI, do your thing, buddy. Alright, the Gammas aren't taking damage. He has 80% damage reduction. He has 50% damage reduction. He has no damage reduction, so he just needs to do that for us. The first dodge is big, though, because that got him his extra 77%, right? Okay, yep. He does his job. He does his job. He does his job. Okay. Gamma 1, by the way, would take... Would he take double digits from Omega Super? It'd be close, I think. Okay, we're just killing. Because, remember, Gamma 1... I mean, if you get the int orbs, which we got, he creates int orbs, so it's not that tough to do. But if you get the int orbs, he has 80% damage reduction. And then when he's supered right there, 50% defense for 2 turns. Gammas are busted, man. We have some really good units. It's crazy how good a lot of the best characters in the game are, man. So good, so good. So there we go. There's the Gammas. We had, you know, shenanigans, but the Gammas are just so strong that they broke through it, right? You know, I would say that we had, you know, a little bit of kind of like things going badly, and then they were just too good for Omega. So there we go. Yeah, Gamma's pretty good. Again, you never want to sleep. As soon as Gamma 2 starts charging that core breaker, you start to get that extra defense, you know, when he's on the 18 key. Oh, too good, man. Too good.